even 3 years later, almost, there are many that haven't come out who know exactly what you all know or know more.
I think it's really easy to paint all of these Republicans with a broad brush and say that they're doing it for, their own personal ambitions, which I think is a large majority of them. But I think another thing that we have to consider as a factor is that a lot of these people won't come forward even if privately they'll acknowledge that Trump is unfit or will privately acknowledge that the 2020 election wasn't stolen. It's because they know that they will face death threats, that their families will face death threats. I knew that coming forward and speaking out against Donald Trump, I could potentially face security threats or death threats, online harassment. Despite all the personal sacrifice, I knew that ultimately it was the right thing to do. And so I just would encourage others to come forward because we're running out of time in order to try to stop Trump from being in the Oval Office again.
His campaign theme is retribution. I mean, this is the centerpiece of his campaign. He says, I am your retribution. This is a tough question, but let me ask each of you, are you worried that you will face that retribution if he comes back in?
It is a very real concern. I've met with former cabinet secretaries very recently who are also on this, potential theoretical list, and they're worried about it. Listen, I'll say this with Donald Trump is, what scares me as much as him and his retribution is the almost cult-like following he has over his most diehard supporters. The threats, the harassment, the death threats that you get when he targets you, and he's deliberate in targeting, is really horrifying and has no place in our American discourse, and it's unlike anything I've seen in the decades plus I've been in politics. I'm less worried for any personal aspect for me, but it is he knows how to use government better this time. He can put in diehard loyalists who can weaponize every level of government against his detractors, against the American people, against the media. It's almost too scary to fully wrap your head around what it could look like.
The American people and people in general have short memories, and so they might forget the chaos of the Trump years. And also, they might not just be paying attention to what he's saying now and the threat to democracy that exists. And so it does really concern me if he makes it to a general that he could win. And so I'm still hopeful that we can defeat him in the primary, but we're running out of time.
Our singular focus needs to be, if he is the nominee, on making sure that he is not elected the president again next November.
Even if that means electing a Democrat.
It's really disappointing because I look at these options and I'm upset with them. But at the end of the day, I trust one person with our government and democracy than I do the other. And so I've never voted for a Democrat in my life, but I think that in this next election, I would put policy aside and choose democracy.
Right now, there's a large portion of the